Hi, everybody. Welcome to Local Music Scene with Kara Jean. How's everybody doing? We have John on the show today, and if you don't know him, you should go back and see all the rest of the shows that he's been on for. How many of you done now? 100, I think.
Yes, ballparking at around 100. Yes.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. We've had John on a couple of times, and last year he headlined the showcase, so the summer showcase that we have every year. So John's a good friend of the show, and we're happy to have him back because he has a release.
Yay! Thanks for having me back.
Of course. We love having you on.
I can't believe that show was last year. The concept of time, I don't believe in time anymore at this point. I don't know what it is.
It is. It's so weird. It was like almost 6 months ago, and I'm like, God, it doesn't even feel like that. It doesn't even feel like it happened.
Yeah, and I have nothing to show for that time.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing.
I can't even.
Yeah, I've done so many cool things.
Exactly. There's no life is just work and music. It's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I have less than what I did at that point.
Oh man, we got to work on that, friend. Yeah. All right. Well, you're here to talk about Digital Heaven. Can you give us a little bit about what it's about and how you came up with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, at the risk of doing like a long-winded answer, I try to I try not to do that anymore. So the album that it's on will be coming out in a few months, called Dark Religion. The concept of the album that I was kind of working on was, like, you ever hear about that thing called like a life review? Like, some people believe in it, where after you die, you have to, maybe your life flashes before your eyes like that.
Yeah.
You have to kind of go through like the paths you've taken, learn from your mistakes. And so I was like, I kind of want to do a record about that. It was kind of like this weird like sense of being in like a purgatory, like trying to figure out like what you've done, the mistakes that you've made. And so I was kind of playing with this idea of like, well, maybe the record is about somebody who doesn't even really know if they're alive or dead. So it's almost like this person's, like living in this kind of like either real or imagined purgatory.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pretty fun stuff.
That's but that's so deep. That's such a great idea. Like, I don't think I've heard anybody like get down to the nitty gritty of like that idea, like.
I mean, I can't count to 10, but I can, like, I'd rather be able to do math.
Right.
but yeah, I'd probably have more money.
You and me both, friend.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was kind of playing with that concept a little bit of like this kind of interim feeling, this kind of in-between feeling. And so the song Digital Heaven was one of the last, if not last, song I did for the project, where it was like, I was kind of trying to think of examples of like, okay, things that happen in your life where you feel like you're kind of trapped and you're kind of waiting on the other person to make the next move. And so I always kind of think about like, oh, well, I mean, God, everything is digital now, right? Everything is online, and it's so like transactional sometimes, where it's like you do one thing and I do this, and we're doing this weird dance, and to me that feels like purgatory, and so I was like, maybe that is something else to kind of explore. And I think once I had this song, I felt like, oh, okay, like this might be the story, and I could stop writing.
Yeah, right. That's so cool. Such a good concept, man. My gosh.
Thank you.
There's so many different ways with it, like there's so many avenues and so many different ideas of like what people actually think would happen, or where they think they're going with like different religions and things like that. Like, so many avenues.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I don't really know what I necessarily believe in, but all I know is it's very confusing. So
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like this whole record is like, I don't know. I don't know. It'll probably be
yeah.
something like this, you know.
Yeah. Or at least
Yeah.
we hope it is.
Right. Yeah. Right. You know, and hey, nothing. I'm cool with nothing. Also, you know, I
Yeah.
don't remember before I was born. Like, it's gonna be fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all like, it'll be great. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Well, you know.
We aren't
So,
there yet. We'll figure it out when we get there.
yeah. This has been probably the easiest group of songs I've ever written because it's so much like of how I live my life. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like.
Just take it day by day.
Right, you know, and it's just then it just kind of flows out because it's just my unknowingness, right? So
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, can you tell us kind of like the concept behind this song and like what makes
yeah,
it like the first release or second release of this album?
yeah. That's a good question. I just liked this one. I mean, like the concept of like releasing songs before an album is kind of funny when like there's no record label or there's, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
here's the single everyone's
yeah,
waiting for, right? But like it's
yeah,
not
right.
that, right? It's like for the, you know, handful of people that want to hear it, I'm like, oh, like here's the little like
Yeah, a
you get the
taste.
taste kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I like to kind of give things away slowly.
yeah.
Um, but
Well, in
yeah,
that
no, it's
singles, but it's interesting since 2020.
yeah,
It's that more people are just doing singles rather than a whole album. And then
yeah,
after like a year or two, they're like, oh yeah, here's all these singles together in an album. You know, like I don't know.
right.
How do you feel about that? Like that era now of us kind of going that way?
Yeah, you know, I kind of think of it in terms of like you know, it's something. Oh, sorry, what?
I didn't say anything. You're okay.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. The technology stuff is coming. It's the energy, right? You know.
Yes, exactly.
um, you know, it's funny because kind of in the way that I think about it is like, you know, something that I worked a long time on. Might as well enjoy it for longer, you know, because things kind of go in and out very quickly nowadays,
Yes.
you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, if I were to just put the whole record out, I'd be like, okay, well, that's done. I
Yeah.
gotta move, you know. But it's like, oh, you know, I don't know, just kind of giving it away in shades is kind of nice. It feels a little bit more like not an event, but it like a phase almost like. And
Yeah.
then I can look back at this time in my life and I'm like, oh, okay, that was the dark religion phase or whatever.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't matter to anybody else, it, you know, it still is important to me and an important part of
Yeah.
my life. So it's almost like to me, I'm kind of savoring that time frame,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
100%.
yeah. And I mean, and then that is left digitally, right? It's like, so people want to go look for it. Like there's evidence of it. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well,
so yeah, I guess just kind of savoring that maybe.
well, and it's also I think, you know, that I've seen with everybody is it kind of helps everybody be relevant in a time where everything is 30 seconds, you know. We got 30-second reels, you know,
Oh
and so
yeah.
it kind of helps you keep relevant. It keeps people excited
Yeah.
for the record, like, oh, what's the next one gonna be, you know? And so
Right.
it's kind of old school. I kind of feel like unless you're doing if you're only doing singles, then this doesn't apply. But
Sure.
you know, like if you're doing an album, it's kind of old school to kind of give everybody a little piece of it. And then, you know, because back then we didn't have, you know, we couldn't share on you know, YouTube and things. And so it was, or Instagram and stuff. And so it was all like, what's it going to be about? What are the rest of the songs? Like you have like 50 songs and you only had 3 releases. You're like, I don't know what this is going to be, but I like these 3, you know,
Right.
like,
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, I think also kind of at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I grew up listening to, you know, all these bands and when they would release like a little teaser or a single, I'd get so
yes.
jazzed, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, even if nobody's listening or if there's a handful or if there's, you know, thousands, whatever, it's like, I just kind of want to mimic that experience that made me feel excited, you
Yeah,
know,
right. Yeah.
to whoever. or to nobody.
Wants to
I'm just going to
listen.
do it anyway, you
Yeah.
know?
Because
So,
you don't have a label to be like pushing it, you know? So it's like I can just do whatever I want, you know,
yeah,
the
maybe I'll
freedom.
can the whole thing, right? You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like,
100%.
I'm just going to kind of like play that little game of like, you know, if I was listening to me, what would I want to hear? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I like to kind of recreate what really jazzed me up as a kid. Um,
Yeah. I think
re-
that's important, especially if you're
yeah,
doing like how do you call that? An album about like what we don't know, the unknown, and what people think happens. Like you're saying, like people go back to their childhood or their whole life, flashes before their eyes. So I think it's
right.
really kind of cool to do that, kind of give that same idea back to what you're releasing.
Right. Yeah. Definitely kind of shrouded in something that's not easily understood.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
for
So then,
sure.
what is the difference between or how have you grown between your last album and the last album Birds and Three and this one?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
where did you kind of grow, or was it just like an idea that came out of just nowhere? Like how did you go between that one and this one?
Yeah. You know, God, you asked some really good questions.
Try.
No, yeah, no, it's awesome.
Make you
I
think a
think
little bit.
no worries. I know. I'm like, am I going to give the wrong answer? Like,
Yeah, there's no wrong answers.
right? Oh, you'd be shocked. um, uh, I feel that I kind of am a better judge on time frames when they've passed for like a long time. Um,
Mm,
because I feel like the way that I do songwriting is for some reason I feel like, maybe it's just because time's passing. I've always been obsessed with time. Is I'm
yeah,
like, go, like, hurry, 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 hurry. Whatever it is, just put it out. Just
yeah,
do it. And I don't know what that is. It's like, maybe even in the last 5 years, I feel like the fire is stoking hotter and hotter and hotter. And that's kind of weird to me because usually it seems like it's the opposite, where it's
yeah,
like as time goes on, you're kind of, but for some reason, it's like all the gears are like turning so
yeah,
fast and the wheels are falling off for
yeah,
better
yeah,
or worse. And so, kind of to maybe answer the question is I don't really know right now. Like I think maybe in about a year I'll be like, oh, that's kind of what happened. But
yeah.
like kind of from those songs to these ones, it was just
Yeah.
like
You just need
it
something.
was just so sudden, and I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone
Wow.
should tell me. You know.
I mean, it's interesting because I feel like each album is an era of somebody's life, like those
Sure.
songs had something to do with your life, either present day or I guess it could be forward, but a lot of people,
Sure.
I feel like, unless you're kind of that kind of artist that does things going forward, everybody's kind of in the present day of like what's happening now with me. And this is
Yeah.
like a journal of my life in the last 2 years or whatever it's been since each one. And
Right.
so, that's kind of what I was thinking is like,
Yeah.
I feel like from that one to this one, you've kind of, for me, I think you've kind of like grown a little bit in your
Yeah.
songwriting. There's a little bit
Yeah.
more depth in them,
Totally.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So,
it,
yeah.
it's it's an interesting thing. Time. As I'm afraid of time, I'm also very excited by it. Because it
Yeah.
does kind of feel, and maybe that's why the fire keeps stoking a little bit hotter. Is I feel like I'm kind of like sinking into sub levels of communication
Yeah.
where I'm less and less worried about how it sounds,
Yeah.
and more worried about just showing it to somebody. I don't know.
Well, is it like the rev up to it, like whatever's coming in the future? Do you feel like you're kind of revving up to that?
Yeah, maybe so. Ah, gosh, I am not going to answer these because these are deep, amazing questions. I think there's something to be said for me personally of being more comfortable with the tools of expression, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like as anybody does this longer, their mastery kind of intensifies, and I think as time goes on, I'm just more and more comfortable with my tools, and so it's like there's less frustration and there's more just like kind of free wielding. Like, if I can imagine something, I feel like I can recreate it, where it's like, I think for a while I was imagining something and then the building of that was really stressful, and I think maybe this is very much like therapy, where I'm just talking and I'm like, that's the answer,
I missed it. You're the better one than I am. You're the one going to school for that, man.
Oh, my license is going to get
musicians. That's all it is.
Right. I mean, hey, there's so much like the Venn. There's so much in there that's, this does feel like a therapy session sometimes,
That's amazing. I'm okay with that. If that's what it is, I'm good.
That's why I keep coming back, is I'm like, we need to talk.
I have so much to say.
Yeah, right. It's like, what happened to you this year? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, this happened, and we need to talk this out. I don't know. That's amazing. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being that person. I'm all right with that.
We need you. We need you. So.
Thank God I'm needed somewhere. Well, I mean, it's so funny because I always try and see where everybody's grown from each release or each album or whatever. Because it's always so cool to see the like people think about it, the artists think about, like, have I grown since then? Like, how many years has it been? Or those songs were a period of time where I was like, I don't know, sad, or my life was great, or whatever the case is, right?
Sure.
And so the concepts for an album I find so fascinating, of why people put all those songs together. Like, it just it fascinates me.
Right. Yeah, no, it is really, I mean, it's, when I think of some of my favorite artists, I feel like I'm walking with them through their trials and tribulations sometimes, where I'm like, oh, I remember this person was going through like a family death or like a divorce or something massive. And even though like I don't know this person, I do kind of feel like I'm standing beside them within it,
Yeah. And it's kind of like a just cliche way to say, but it's kind of like a window to who the person is at that point, right? Like, who they are and why they've decided to make these songs be released, and to have that be their voice for whatever reason, right? And so it's just a cool thing to see people go from each one or song to song, and where they are in their life and what's happening and how it correlates to that. And I think albums now are more about just like the continuation of how people have like a journal of their life,
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so like reactionary, where like something will happen and I'm like, well, sometimes I feel like the only thing I can do about it is to create something, like it does. I think for me, sometimes music comes from a feeling of being powerless, but then like, am I? Like,
because music, but that's the point, right? Like, music transcends everything.
Right.
So you're eventually giving a voice to the thought that's in your head, or the feeling that you're feeling, and it gives some symbolism to it, and then therefore validates it in some way. Like, if you're not getting it from somebody, like, let's say you play it with somebody and they're like, oh, that's a great song, and they move on with their life, right? And you're like, but this happened and this is important to me. And so I feel like in some ways it's a way for everybody to, us as musicians who write are and play, it's an expression of that, and
oh, absolutely.
If you can't say it in person, or you can't express it, then that's like, I call it the Nick Jonas syndrome, because Nick Jonas was famous for being, I can write a song about it, but I can't talk about it,
Yeah.
I feel like
my label will talk about it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. The Nick Jonas syndrome. That's got to be an album title.
That's funny. I should do that. We gotta work on that, friends.
Seriously, right? And I mean, it is kind of funny because like I feel like when I do music, if I'm ever thinking about anything or anybody, um, I know everybody who knows the stuff I write. You know,
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
and then so I'm like, if my only power is to give something to a close friend, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's hope or like the feeling of like, oh, I've had this kind of day, you know, and so it's
Yeah.
like I love that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, reacting to certain things, even if it's like detrimental to my life and it's something I can't really fix, I'm like, well, maybe
Yeah.
in some way a buddy of mine or someone will hear this and feel like they're not isolated. You know,
Yeah.
we're you know, life isn't in isolation, even if you like purposely isolate yourself, right? You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
and I think it also, maybe you agree, like it becomes part of something that you um are sharing with somebody else. Like there's this, like, I'm not, it also makes you feel like you're not also alone in whatever's happening, and
yeah,
whatever's going on, because at least one person in the world, either your best friend or somebody in Norway, is going to feel it, and
yeah,
so there's somebody will grab onto that, and so I feel
right,
like that's kind of a way for us as musicians to also be like, this is killing me, this is like my, or this is happy and I just got married or whatever, and you're like, I need to share this, it has to be with somebody,
yeah,
and so I feel like that's the expression that musicians have, either good or bad, of like, this, I just want to get it out of me, like it's almost like we have like this thing inside of us and you just have to like
yeah,
like
right,
express
yeah.
it and get it out. It's
Yeah, no,
bursting.
absolutely. Russ and I, when we were writing stuff, we were like, oh, we got song constipation. And
Yeah.
what are we going to do about it? You know?
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
It's such a great term.
Yeah. It's like, and then it becomes everyone else's problem when it's out,
Right.
you know? It's not our
It can,
problem anymore.
yeah, right. It's a river or it's gonna be stinky. We don't know. It's just
Yeah.
gonna be good. Here you go.
Deal with it is the thing
Yeah,
we
it's
throw
your
around
problem
sometimes.
now.
We're
Yeah,
like,
I love it. So what made you want to go solo from Astor House? Like what happened to the
yeah.
wanting to
Well,
be with like the group?
speaking of song constipation, it was just there was too much like to figure out um, where a certain thing would go, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Cause like, I feel like, Russ also has, solo stuff, like instrumental stuff. And so it's almost like Astor House to me has its own languaging maybe. And it's like, if I write something, sometimes it makes sense within that languaging. And
yeah,
then I'll write something else and I'm like, this seems like something different. And then for a lot of years, those something different songs would just kind of die on the vine. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, oh, I mean, I can just not let those songs go kind of
yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And Russ is similar too, where, he'll have us, he'll have a song. Russ and I joke a lot. His taste in music is very complex and mine is very simplistic. So like
yeah,
he'll have a song that's really complicated and I'll just kind of go, wow, I, I don't know where to interject ideas there.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
I'll have something that's really simple and he'll go, wow, like, I don't know what to do with this. And then so we're like, okay, I guess that's where
the
things
divide
go.
is, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I think we find that like cushy middle where it's like not too complicated, not too simple. And I think
Yeah,
then we meld somewhere in the middle.
yeah,
But
yeah, I love it, I love it. I think
yeah,
it's funny because he really is kind of like, huge with like how he plays, and very like expressive with the guitar, and so
pedals,
yes,
all,
pedals and like, yeah,
piano.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
all
See,
of
I'm
it.
like,
It's a,
I got one plug,
yeah.
and then he's kind of, and then I'll look at his stuff and I'll go, So,
Yeah. You're like, I don't think so, buddy.
yeah,
That's not working for this. That's an Astor House thing. We'll work on that
yeah,
later.
right. It's like, I can't handle this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it is just kind of that idea of like, well, we don't have to let the ideas that don't make sense for the other person go away,
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing.
They don't
Yeah.
follow this line. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, and to have the courage to kind of put it out yourself for both of you, to put it out yourself. I think that's really cool too, because sometimes that's what falls to the wayside. You're like, should I release it as my own, idea? And will people accept it if I'm not with the band, or, but
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think our, Julio, Russ, and I's goal is like just do as much as you can because, the clock's
yeah,
ticking vibe,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I think because you guys have, I mean, obviously I've only known you for like 6 years, but
Yeah.
the time that you guys have been together, does that kind of help with being able to write music, and you kind of know each other's vibe at that point?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming.
Oh yeah. Well, it is funny because we'll do a jam, and I think of it as the look. Like we'll be
Yeah.
kind of like we'll be jamming together in our own world, and then when something clicks, the three of us will look up, and it's like, oh, this, and then if
Yeah.
only I look up and no one else is, I'm like, okay, maybe we haven't found it yet because I'm the only
Yeah.
one psyched
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it. But then
Yeah.
there's that thing where it's like a meerkat coming out
Clicks.
of a hole,
Yeah. Right.
but
It
it
clicks.
is it is kind of funny because even though like the stuff I'm putting out myself under my name, I am thinking about those two
Yeah.
almost constantly. Like if I'm like
Yeah.
doing some sort of a guitar solo or some bass line,
Yeah.
I'm like, what would Julio do here? You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
so it's like the construction of it is very much I'm thinking they're like phantom writing it kind of in my
Yeah.
mind, you
Yeah.
know. So it's convoluted, Um,
Yeah. That comes with years of being in a band together, though, right? Like, I mean, it
yeah.
comes with this, like, oh yeah, that's right. He could probably do a solo right here or something, whatever
Oh
the
yeah.
vibe is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and like I just so in love with being in a band with those two, and it's like, of
Yeah.
course they're gonna be in me when I'm creating anything,
Yeah. 100%.
whether I like it or not. But I love them, so I'm all for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
great. I think even them supporting the fact that you're putting things out on your own and being able to express yourself, and not just I'm John in the
Yeah.
drummer, the lead
Yeah.
in Astor House, or whatever the case
Yeah.
is, what people think. But I think it's cool that they also support the fact that you're just yourself, and this is my expression of myself, and not just with Astor House.
Yeah. I mean, our whole thing is like no rules, just be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the way you guys play fits perfectly into that. It makes so much more sense. Just saying.
Right. Yeah. It's just go with what you got.
Just go. Yeah. This is what we're just gonna play. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Right. No sense losing sleep over stuff
Yeah,
like that. You
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
because we used to when we were starting, we used to, and then we were like, oh, that's
Why?
a
Yeah.
that's a waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because that's kind of what I've learned in the last like 5 years of doing. Well, we're in seven, but I started putting out music in 2020 of my own
yeah.
stuff, and I feel like it's interesting because I had the same like this thought in the beginning of like, should I even release music? Like, is it even worth it at this point?
Right.
Like, and will people accept that since I'm doing this show? Like, is that what people like assume I'm doing because
Yeah.
I am doing this,
Yeah.
um, or is it like, will they accept the songs that I have in my head and what I'm writing, and
Right.
then I don't know. So like and then I was like, I don't. So when I went to go release that first song, I was like, I guess I don't care anymore. Like, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
If they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't.
Right. And if they don't like it, it's nothing personal, right?
Yeah,
People try to
that's the
fake
key.
like it is, but it's like,
Yeah,
if there's a song I don't like, I just don't listen to it. And I don't
yeah,
go further than that,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's that's the key, is like, don't take it personal, like
Yeah.
it doesn't, maybe it's just not their vibe, or they're not feeling it, or it didn't happen to them, or whatever the
Yeah.
case is. And so it's
Right.
like, but that's where I had to think, like, if I'm releasing stuff on my own, like, I can't take it personal that like nobody listens to it or whatever the case is, with what's happening with it. And so it's interesting to like see how everybody else kind of maneuvers that with their music and their songs. And they're like, I'm just gonna release it and who cares? Like I just want it
Right.
out. That's the time of my life, or whatever.
Yeah, and it definitely, I think it gets easier with time. You know what I mean? It's like that thing, like when you've been disappointed so much, it just becomes white noise.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Right.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, right. It's just the new norm. It's just
yes, it becomes the new norm, right?
it's like,
This is
oh,
my new
okay.
normal. This is my life now. Like,
Whatever.
whatever.
It took a while to get there, but
yes.
But once the three of us got there, that's when the fun began.
Yeah, because it wasn't like you were playing for anybody but yourselves, and so I feel like you guys have so much fun together because you're just playing because it's just pouring out of you and you want to play for people.
Yeah.
It's not this like it's not so wrapped up in seriousness. It's more to
Right.
have everybody have fun.
Yeah, and I mean, thinking about that reactionary vibe with music, I think we've gone so far this way because there was a time when it really wasn't fun. Like, I mean, probably can't talk about it here, but there was legal stuff. We were working with bad guy, did some terrible things. Can't talk about it. We'll talk about it, but
later.
Yeah. And so it was such misery. And it was like, well, what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
We're going to go the opposite, and we're going to go hard opposite. And
100%. Yeah.
Totally.
But I mean, look at the difference between that point and now of like how much, because you decided to just have fun with it and it not be so regulated. And so your music became that as well. So I feel like that's kind of where you've kind of grown in like, hey man, I don't have anybody holding the restraint of what I want to say or how I feel, and pulling me back to whatever they want. So
no, totally, absolutely. Yeah, it is kind of taking that ownership, because I didn't I just got a text. Someone said you guys should dress up as meerkats. I hope he's watching for your next show. If he's not watching,
funny. I was thinking that when you were saying that, I was like, oh, they're kind of like meerkats, like just popping out.
I am so afraid if he is not watching the stream. I hope because if he's not watching the stream, we got fucking problems.
Yeah, that is so true. I literally was going to say that, and then I was like, that's just a fleeting thought. That's crazy that they said that. Oh my gosh. I love that. So we're on the same plane.
We are on the same plane.
You make me feel better.
Shall be granted.
Yes, exactly.
And then he said, I'm always watching.
Well, it's creepy, okay? That's creepy. No.
Oh, man.
Just kidding. Oh, God. Okay. That's fantastic. That made my whole thing.
That made my day.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to play your song, like, on that note?
Nah. No,
you're like, I'm good.
I'm gonna grab my guitar. Sorry about the dead air time. I know that's bad form. Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with the meerkats, you are definitely you win the internet today.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was awesome.
That was fantastic.
So yeah, I'm in an apartment, and I get in a lot of trouble for playing and singing music. So I'm going to do the whisper version.
Okay. Okay. We're okay with that.
Just a fair warning. Be very, very intimate.
Yeah. You love it.
Let's see here. If I was the ruler of heaven, I'd tangle your lips in mine. I'd drown myself in gamma ray, just so you could see me shine. Are you reaching out? Reaching out to me through digital heaven? A godless machine. That man in the mirror, that must be me. Looks like he never even was been asleep. He's got the internet deep inside his bloodstream. He is beautiful, but only on the outside. Are you reaching out? Are you reaching out to me? Through digital heaven, a godless machine. Godless. God. Are we holding hands without wires? Engaged in lithium conversations miles away. So are we in love, or are we just afraid? Are we afraid? Are we afraid? So are you reaching out to me through digital heaven? A godless machine. Thank you.
I tell everybody I gotta invest in like those like digit soundboards where you can like punch and it'll be like yay,
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, chickens. Yeah.
yeah, they're all like quacking or something. I don't know. Oh, that's a duck, not a chicken.
Yeah. I was so wishing a rat was going to run by, like during the performance. I was like, of all the times that the rats show up, it's never when I'm doing something like this or like on a class. It's always when I'm like trying to eat. And then it's like,
yeah. Just slinking across.
yeah. I know my landlord didn't pound on the door. This could have been so much better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. We should do this again sometime.
I'll make sure that I'll lay it easy on the rat traps.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I gotta say, in the couple times I've listened to the song, I think my favorite lyric is the internet deep inside the bloodstream. Like,
Oh yeah.
coolest lyric. I love
Oh,
that. Like people living for it. It's like in their veins and in who they are, you know?
right. Yeah. I mean, it's,
So
yeah.
much symbolism in that one line.
I meant that one. A lot of them I don't mean, but I meant that one.
Yeah, I just love it. That's the first time I heard it, I was like, that's a great lyric.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
yeah,
I,
like
it's
I-
it's becoming more and more of a reality, I believe, you know.
yeah. I mean, look at influencers. So they're like everywhere and what they do
Oh,
every moment.
this
It's
is a
like,
total, I mean, so there is, I think it's streaming on Tubi, which is my favorite streaming app because it is like the Sex Pistols of streaming because it has all these like
yeah,
underground, like, oh, it's not on NBC kind of thing. And there is an influencer award show, and it is the funniest thing because it is the most god awful thing I've ever seen because they're like, they're just so used to like putting on a jacket, and it's like that's
yes.
their whole video, but then they're like supposed to like go up there and make speeches, and it's just super awkward. And
Yeah, it's so weird because
yeah,
now we've come to a point where there are award shows for your channel, you know? And so it's like,
yeah.
they're what if they do stupid stuff, you know? Like
Right. Yeah.
what
It's like if I
you're
was an influencer selling like Metamucil and they said,
yeah,
go up there
yeah.
and address a million people, I don't think it would go over
Yeah.
well, you know?
If you this just came to thought. If you could be an influencer, what do you think you would do on your channel?
Oh, God.
If not,
Well,
if you didn't have music, what would you do?
oh, man. Well, with that, now I'm thinking about rats. It'd probably be like making little rat scarves or something like
Yeah.
dressing the rat, little rat Ugg boots.
Never in my life. I never know what you're gonna say. It is so fascinating to me. Like I just love it. You're so your answers are always so like didn't think of that one. Not what I
But
thought you were gonna say. Now I have to get a rat and make a little scarf for you. I can't not do that anymore.
hey, next time I see you, there's one I'm thinking particularly in this complex.
Yeah.
I will bring that one, and we'll Ugg boot this rat.
Could you imagine your landlord? He'd kick you out. What are you talking about? Talk about coming and banging on the door.
Give me my rat back.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Well, I love you, friend, and thank you for
Love
coming
you
back and
too.
sharing your music. And it's so much fun as always. Hey, it wasn't
Oh,
a dumpster fire this time. We did better than the last one.
oh well, you know what? Damn it.
The shock value's gone.
Next, like I said, okay. Now this is a mission. Next
Yeah,
release, I
right.
got. You're gonna miss this session. You're gonna miss it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I gotta work on that, you know?
I'll just have someone on here that says it's me, but it is obviously not me at
Yeah,
all.
right.
Just insisting that it's me.
You know it's me, right? Like it
Yeah.
is me. Well, I just enjoy your company and coming on all the time and
Oh,
supporting
it's
us.
like I said, it's always awesome to talk to you, whether on a live stream or in person. It's always a joy.
Thank you, thank you. Well, you guys check out John. Do you want to give him your socials and stuff and what you're doing going forward a little bit?
Yeah, what are my socials? I think if you just type in my name, something should probably come up. Like I'm on streaming, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on this, and I'm on that. Yeah, just look my name up, John Thornburg. It's out there.
And it's with a U, not an E.
Oh yes, that's a good point. Yes, with a U.
Yes.
THORNBURGJOHN.
Yep. And then he's with the band Astor House. You can look that up too. They're fantastic as well. And if you get to see them live, go do it. Because it's a fucking joy and I love it. So I will see you guys on the next one next Sunday or maybe Saturday. I don't know. What is today? Saturday. I usually do these on Sunday. as you probably know.
Okay.
So I was a little off, but anyways, we will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to, if you are enjoying all these interviews, be sure to check all the rest of them out and subscribe, because we have a new one every week, so sometimes two. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe and have fun with the rest of your day and support everybody that's on our channel. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Bring me
Bye.
your rats.
Yeah, bye.